Well, and I know when I watch this video that I'm gonna make myself seasick because I got to hold it. I don't understand how to do all this YouTube stuff. There's probably things around here, to hold this phone, but I don't know how to work it. I don't really care. It ain't about the looking. It's about the listening. You know, I ain't preaching. I ain't doing none of that. But what I am doing is I'm just going to tell you what I think and tell you, not tell you. I'm going to tell, you know, let my feelings out and my thoughts and the reason I'm getting ready to do what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to say it out loud. There's a lot of times, that you're walking down the hallway or something to this effect, and you're like, boy, I'm glad I didn't say that out loud. You ain't going to believe this one. Okay? Because I don't believe it. And it hit me so hard. The last time I said, oh, it hit me that this is what I got to do. I need to do this for me, to fix me. And I've been a bit apprehensive, and I've been, doing a bunch of research on pirates and, different types of boats and all these different, styles of things. Because walking stuff, man, I don't know if Papa's going to make it walking. I got to carry all that stuff. I got, I can't feel my left hand, and my right hand is now not, dude, I can't even open a pickle jar. No, I'm not even kidding you. I mean, what do you do when you're by yourself and you can't get the jar open? I mean, at all. And you set it down, and you're the only one here. And you're like, are you serious? Yep. That's what happened. Man. And I don't know, you've seen a lot of the movies and things are, people just had enough. They just had enough. The sheriff done had enough. He walks over to the gun cabinet. He takes his keys out. He puts it in the gun cabinet. He turns the key, opens it, gets out the shotgun, walks over, loads the shotgun. I ain't got nothing else to say because they ain't listening anyway. So we're just going to do what we said we were going to do, and we're going to defend this situation. Well, somehow that's kind of how it ended up. Is, I got this little map off Google Maps, and it shows, Florida, Colombia and all that, and Cuba, and all the way down to Venezuela, and South Africa, up Cape Horn, up past, no, Cape Horn's on south, but, Midway's Africa. I can't think of what it is right now. And most likely I should be a lot more prepared for this, but I'm not. What would you say? Geographically wise, but I'm not. But I know what it is. So you go, down a tick off Venezuela, and you go, straight across there about 200 miles or so, I think it is. I don't know. Didn't measure it yet. Okay, because I was just trying to get past. There's people that don't like anybody down there, as well as there's people that don't like anybody anywhere. And I'm having a problem with that. I mean, it's pretty sharky that way. I'd be by myself. I ain't scared of sharks. I ain't scared of none of it, all that. I don't want them biting me and all that kind of thing, but I ain't scared of them, It's, and this ain't stuff I'm making up. I mean, you got to stay 40 some miles off the coast pretty well around in that area, man. There's pirates, dude, and they don't care. Okay? They don't care that your, you know, blood sugar's low, whatever the hell. They don't. What? Right? No, they're taking everything you got. They're real people. You know, they're real pirates. Now, they have a reason, I'm sure. You know, I don't know what it is. But I was really apprehensive about that. You know, totally digging, stopping at Casablanca, you know, and all that. But it's once you start zooming in, I mean, we're talking about, that's Morocco. Dude, that's a long walk. Okay? I figured 2 years. Literally. I can't do that. I can't. My body is just not, it's not going to happen. And carrying 2 backpacks and, you know, I mean, how many cases of ramen do I got to carry to be self-sufficient, right? A lot. And yeah, there's some hunting on the way, and this, that, and the other. But you can't carry no weapons. I mean, how are you going to do all that? You can stop at the restaurants and all that, and that's fine, you know. But there'll be places that you can't. You know, zoom in on that stuff, dude. It's half of it's the freaking racetrack, you know, for the, you know, Sahara situation, whatever, you know, out there with the big giant semis and the, you know, bikes with the maps on them and stuff. Ain't nothing out there, kids. Damn sure ain't nothing out there to eat. Okay? And I know I don't look like I eat much, but let me tell you, I like food. Okay? I got a metabolism problem, a dumbass problem, and, you know, some other things. I don't know. I weigh this damn near the exact same within 3 pounds of the day I got out of high school. Still today. 158, it ain't never changed. Okay? 158, 156, 157, 155, 154, you know, blah. Crazy, I know, right? But anyhow, so I have the line drawn around there, and I'm, you know, getting ready to send it to Sylvia down this way. And there's this way. And then I was getting ready to watch YouTube. I seen this guy, this kid, and he drags a, you know, 50-foot Bertram out of the hurricane pile, fixes the engines, this, that, and the other. Well, he's going to go from one side of Florida to the other side, which I didn't even know you could do that, through Lake Okeechobee and, you know, whatever rivers, and don't quote me on it because I ain't trying to be educated on it right now. When I want to be educated on it, trust me, I'll name everything you got. But I didn't know you could do that. Alone. Dude, I mean, twin, you know, turbo diesels, big 50-footer through the river into Okeechobee and across. Poosh! Come out in the, you know, Atlantic from the Gulf, Mexico. Out of damn near St. Pete, or right above it. I believe it's right in there somewhere. I don't really know exactly. I mean, y'all Florida people know I'm from Indiana, so don't quote me on that, right? Well, dude, that takes some sack, and he's only like 28, or maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing. And he don't act like it bothers him a bit. Well, I wish I would have done this a long time ago. Okay, because that's adventure. What kind of adventure has our life been up till now? It ain't nothing but just whiny stuff. But I was in on it. I'm whining. Everybody's whining. The whole freaking, you know, the husky pile's whining. You know how they do, right? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you lay and whine by yourself. Know what I mean? Sometimes you'll hear somebody way over there whining. Thanks, man. You know, I think that's what they do. You know, they have a different way of communicating. But anyway, and he's like, today, you know, my challenge that I've come up with is I'm going to go from, I think it was wherever that comes out. Okay, that's I don't know. You know, straight across Okeechobee and whatever that deal is that you can go to Florida Canalway or whatever, wherever that comes out. He stopped out there in the middle, or he stopped out there about a mile out. Beautiful day. But stopped, shut it off. It's 50. Well, what's going to happen, right? And it's a little rocky, this, that. He's by himself with a camera. And says, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going from here to Maine on this hurricane salvage boat. But he got for like $5,000 or something, 10. I don't know what he paid for it, But you can buy them all day long, People that run, yep. And the real thing is they've been, dunked and they'll run from here to over there. That's it. And you can buy 50-foot Bertram kids all day long for $10,000. But it takes $90,000 to even get it. You ain't going out there catching blue marlin with that. You'd be calling Sea Rescue and paying $3,000 all the time. Unless you're, people that are kick-ass mechanics, and just on it. And you got all these parts and, and they're all weird diesels. And this one had 2 tractor John Deeres in it. I mean, it came like that from the factory. Big tractor motors. So if they break down, you go out in the field and you get the tractor motor and you put it in there. Genius. This is 88, 89. It's right around in there, 70s, 80s. Don't quote me. Bertram guys, please. But I didn't know that. I mean, they just throw all kinds of stuff. I'm talking about big turbo diesels, kids. 3,000 horsepower pushing these boats. But you're only going 25 mile an hour. Knots. Whatever knots is, which I do know, but making a joke. Lower, And I thought, well, I can't believe that this little kid's going to do that. And about that time, I'm drawing on the map. Well, I got an idea, dummy. I mean, what's wrong with you? Why are you going down there where there's all the distractions and stuff? Beaches. I'll be late. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna go well. I'll probably never make it past Bermuda or Bahamas or whatever. Or actually, I'd like to, get to down there where my friends are in Puerto Rico, sailing good, bad, and ugly. Shout out, guys. Watch you all the time. Crazy how you transitioned, and I didn't like it at first, but now I think it's cool as all get out. I really do. Sailing good, bad, and ugly. I'll put the link down below. They're 2 of the coolest people you ever met, you ever seen in your life, and it's a bit inspiring. It really is, because what'd your dad tell you? You can do anything you want. So and so and so. But they just do it, and who does that? Now, back when I was 30, I didn't even know you could do this, man. I'd have done this a long time ago, kind of stuff. This is fun. This is what I like to do. Let's see if we can walk from Florida to Spain. Well, why can't you? Why can you not? Well, you might die on the way. Well, hell, I might die, making this video. Or really might. Anything can happen to anybody. Anytime. There's a moment in your life that you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, holy Moses, now I'm doing surviving. Go to work, keep paying for the house. Go to work, keep paying for the house. Sit there, watch your nice TV. Go to work, keep paying for the house. Sit there, watch your nice TV. Then one day, you're just upset. And you don't know why. Was you happy? Is that what you did all your life? Worked at a certain factory or whatever it is. That's, well, hell, why didn't they just give us assignments in 7th grade and just be done with it? Just, well, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You go work there, you work there, you do this, you do that. Well, it's communism or whatever. Oh, well, they just give you your own, what? There's only 3 choices. Go out and get in your truck and You choose one of them, and there's only one I'm going to pick you. Made it look like you did it. Now you work for the government. Now you're doing what they want you to do. Okay? And man, I'm sorry, I'm addicted to saying that because of you know who, but okay. Cracks me up though. No, it's not okay. Okay? I've never been that guy. Anybody knows me knows that I'm just, it's been a terrible, well, he just can't get it into his head that he needs to just stay in one spot. Well, I can't. I get bored. How people do that, I don't know. I can't work inside. It's, no, no. I can do it a little bit, and it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's the sun? Yeah, I don't care what state I'm in. Cool, hot, this, that. Luckily here, St. Petersburg, Florida, every day you walk outside. They're terrible days. Terrible. I'm talking about horrible. These people down here freezing. I'm in shorts. I ain't had a pair of pants on, kids, since I've been here. Love it. Policies, traffic, mosquitoes. Ain't scared of the gators and all that kind of thing, but man. It's better than some, honestly, you know, because the open carry and, you know, and other things they did. And you can say whatever you want about that, but, you know, just don't be stupid about it. I mean, the reason you got something to say about it is because there's a freaking idiot out there doing something stupid. That's not what you do. You know, the rattlesnake comes up and starts to, you know, bite your child, you shoot it in the head. And you can say the rattlesnake is whatever. You just don't let the snakes in your house. How you keep them out? You defend yourself. And you better have some brains, because if you do the wrong thing, or you know, there's rules, there's actual rules, you're going to go to jail. You know, I mean, there's still laws. It's not just a free-for-all. You know. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, got the little, I'm kind of digging on the camera, you know, and all this kind of thing that I video edited, things I found out, you know, you draw little lines on there, you know, and my fingers don't work and stuff. And you know, it takes me 40 minutes to even get one thing that I want to do. It makes me so mad, you know, I'm ready to throw a phone. But anyway, and so I had a nice little red line drawn about my path that I thought I was going to take, you know, and end up in Puerto Olympique, Barcelona, Spain, waving like Forrest Gump to my wife. I made it. Sorry that I had to walk, but, you know, I had some monkeys and some demons to drop off. You don't want them over here. Okay? She knows that. And, you know, this is one person that has never blinked an eye at anything that I've told her of how, you know, I feel. And I'm not saying it's truth or anything to that effect. She just was like, well, well, it's a little weird, but I do understand it. Would you like eggs for dinner? There's no ridicule. There's no, you shouldn't have let that happen. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. No finger in my face. No nothing. Just my friend. Wow, really? Well, that's terrible. You know? Well, that was stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Don't do stupid stuff. You sound like my mom. Well, hell. Somebody got to run their damn life. Because you can't. Obviously. Anyway, that was a green line. Okay? And then I thought to myself, well, dummy, why are you doing all that? Why are you going that way? You know, you need all this money and stuff, you know, to take an old sailboat, mind you, down through there. I mean, it's still, you know, and you got to go through a certain amount of countries. I mean, yeah, you can stay out, where you don't have to do that. But the kids, Papa's got to go to the bathroom. There might be problems. I might have to stop and get a chicken or something. I mean, for pity's sake, you just can't stay out in the water. I mean, you can stock up and everything, but you just you see how far you set a goal here to here. Okay, here to here. Okay, here to here. And eventually you'll get where you're going. Okay? Eventually you will get accomplished your goal if you don't give up. Now, if you give up down there because you can't get across to Africa, well, now what are you going to do? Now you're down south of Venezuela. I don't even know what goes on down there. Okay? It's probably not good for me. That's probably not a good place for me to be out hanging around going, hey, anybody got a freaking head of lettuce and, a tomato? What's up? No. No offense to anybody, because, it's just watch the news. It's not good. And I'm worried about all that. I'm taking all this into consideration, and there's pirates, and there's, it's the real world, it's life. Read the sailing things, kids. There's places you go, and it's fantastic. And the most beautiful places in the world. There's other places you go that it's the most beautiful places in the world, and it ain't fantastic. Okay? So I'm worried about that. And I thought, well, dummy, why not just go to Maine? What are you avoiding? Well, cold. I don't want to go that way. It's longer and it's cold. And way rougher. Yeah. But there ain't no pirates. And there's not necessarily... Here's where it starts to get thick. Any other danger than what you make for yourself or God's danger. The ocean, storms, sharks, whales, whatever's up there, I don't know. But that just makes more sense because it's just way friendlier direction to go. Friendlier part of the world, mind you. God, I felt so relieved. I've solved my problem. I've solved part of my issue. Still same size boat. You still need same thing. I ain't sailed 1 foot, kids, in my life. Not 1 single meter in the water. Never been on a working sailboat. Never. I've been on big ships. I've been on smaller boats. I've been on Lake Michigan in a bass boat. I've been on Lake Erie in a bass boat. Now, I'm talking about the winter, kids, not frozen water, but I'm talking about, toward the end of the salmon deal, and, it's rough. We're wearing snowmobile suits. Okay, it's cold. I mean, how much worse can you get? Well, then they come out with Deadliest Catch, and, they're banking huge chunks of ice, beating huge chunks of ice and everything off the rail. Dude, there's no way. I can't do that. It's too cold. No. I like snow crab and all, but no. I'll eat crawdads, okay, and be just as damn happy, because I ain't freezing to death. That just don't look like no fun. Well, you get 30 grand in 6 months. I don't care. 90? No. 150? It's just not, I'm not even thinking about it. I don't want to be that cold. I'm over that crap. Okay? I've been froze. We're Hoosiers, y'all. We worked outside, and I'm done with that. I'm down here in Florida now. Every time you walk outside, you're like, I better take this shirt off. I'm hot. I mean, morning, it don't matter. I love it. It's great. It's great. So I took my little, deal, and I can't hardly do my hand because that really hurts. Do my, and I use yellow this time. Yellow line up to Greenland, and don't quote me, but this matter, and I thought, wow, I mean, Lumpy knows Greenland. Maybe he knows somebody up there. I could go up there, hang out for a minute. Hey, I'm friends with Jeff Arnold, Indiana, and so and so. I don't know. It's just a thought, plays out in my head. Then go over here to here, and then past the UK, and then come down into Spain. Right? What's wrong with that? It's longer. It's rougher. And it's cold. But that way feels more comfortable going on the other way. Sunny beaches, this, that, and the other. Everything that looks good, kids, has got something hidden in it. Okay? Has got something hidden in it. And I'm trying to send it. I'm trying to hit send to this picture that I've just made, to Celia, and say, hey, this is what I've come up with. It won't send. It will not go. It's a brand new phone. Then a wave of calmness and the most fear that I have ever felt in my life came over me. And I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I ain't kidding, dude. I mean, and I dropped the mic to myself and just walked off. And you got to do it this way. You ain't doing nothing going up there. What are you scared of, dude? What exactly are you scared of? You ain't scared of the waves up there. Why are you scared of the waves the short way? The short way straight across. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me, right? I'm not even kidding you a millisecond. Now I got a plan. Now I got a goal. No, I mean it. And then before I said it, the goal and the plan, out of my mouth. And I'm trying to talk my guts into how I'm going to do this. And, I mean, maybe a BMW touring bike, but then how you get it on the ferries. And I don't know. Because I can't walk that far. Anybody catching on yet? You get in the sailboat and you just go straight across. And, it's about faith. It's about faith. It's about faith in yourself. It's about, like I said, I don't even know a better way to put it, questioning God, questioning all this. How you get out in the middle of the ocean and ain't nobody made nothing out there? That's God's water, God's sky, God's rain, God's fish. Yeah, that's what we was told, right? Well, you're not going to make it because you're an idiot. You're not going to make it because you're an inexperienced sailor. You're not going to make it because of this, because that. You're right. I'm not going to make it by myself. I'm not. It's not even an option. Well, now, did they bring you up saying you not use the word can't? Yeah, but just interject some common sense into it. I mean, I weigh 158, right? I can't go out here and lift my truck. You can't say it can't. Well, that's just stupid. You can't, I can't do it. But if I stand there, that neighbor will come down with a jack. That neighbor will come down with a sandwich. for himself, but just moral support. The other neighbor will bring a couple chairs. Somebody turn on a radio. What I didn't have before was a jack and support. I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about people that have faith. That I'm going to make this happen. Number one, I'm going to do it for everybody that says I can't. And if I don't make it, what's the freaking difference? I mean, what's the difference? Then there wasn't nobody there to help me. Or that's what he had planned in the beginning, right? Isn't that what it says? Already knows when you're born what's going to happen. It ain't going to make a difference either way. I'm still going to the same place. But if I do make it, with help, I'm not going to sail one day before I start this. The very first day that I sail will be the day that I leave. That sounds terrible. Horrible idea. But here's the point. I'm going to have the best navigator that I can find in my corner. Already have things figured out. Have good radios. Have things under control. Of, what he would do. I mean, I can navigate, but not. This ain't pretend. Call me every so often. Check my chart. Check this. Do this. Now I can do that. I can follow instructions. I can have faith in myself. All I need is for y'all to have faith in me. And everybody's like, well, what are you doing? I don't know. People go to counseling and this, that, and the other. I mean, did that lady graduate from, God knows wherever, and she's got the answer for you? She's going to fix you? They're going to fix you. Okay? Hey, we got you fixed, buddy. You take these medications. All right, yeah. Okay? And in what? 2 months, you'll be fixed. No more, childhood trauma or whatever it might be. No more alcoholism or whatever everybody's got. That don't work like that. What does work is when you look at yourself and you're like, that will lay your burdens down. And I can't think of nowhere in the world that I would rather pray from than the middle of the ocean. Protected Jonah. Protected Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? In the furnace. The whole deal. But you ain't going to protect Aaron McCorkle in a little bitty fiberglass thing. All I need is endurance. And a team. Somebody makes sure that the boat's packed right. Somebody that's already figured all this stuff out. Check the rigging. Do all this. I don't know how I'm not doing it. I'm about to learn to sail by myself when I leave the dock. And I'm going to show these kids and everybody that you don't ever say, I can't do something. Well, how are you going to lift that truck by yourself? Well, one, if I was going to do it by myself, I'd just go borrow Billy's jack, or I'd go buy myself one. And I already knew that. But if you ain't got any money or anything, you can't go buy a jack. How are you going to lift that truck? Well, I'm going to go get my neighbor. And I'm going to say, hey, man, can you help me? Sure. And I'm going to assemble a team. But just all you got to do is just get things in order. Just, write it all out, this, that, and other. What's the guy actually in the boat doing? Well, no, of course, I'm not going to be completely ignorant of the situation. I mean, I got another 2 guys that are going to be on the team that have sailed around the world. They're geniuses in sailing. And just, they're, well, why can't you just sit in your chair and tell me what to do? Because we can't. Why not? You don't think I'm smart enough to sail a boat? Oh no, anybody can sail. Well then, what's the problem? I don't see a problem. I mean, of course, I see many problems, but my lack of competence and my lack of faith, and etc., in myself, when that wave came over me, you can't buy that. I had this before for a long time, and I was very motivated to do a lot of stuff. And somewhere that went away. And I just sit down. I'm just tired. I'm just really tired. But now, and I don't want to infringe on any copyrights or anything. And ironically enough, I'm going to try to do it in an R130. Yep. Because I need some protection. There ain't no backing out. Once you start, there ain't no backing out. I need all the help I can get. But I got to do it by myself, And I'm going to do it. And if I can't get nobody to help me, in the part, here we go. The part I forgot to mention. It's the boat's fiberglass, right? The whole thing. Nice bright white, etc. I'm not doing all this for just me. Okay? I'm doing it, kids, for all of us. Somebody told you you can't do it. You ain't good enough. There ain't no way. You're an idiot. What did they tell Christopher Columbus when he came over here? He thought he was going to Asia. And run aground. Shit, there's the United States of America. And of course, wasn't that, but, He's from Spain, kids. Understand? He came over here. And, however, what was here before people from Scotland, people from Ireland, people from England, people from everywhere? What was here first? Hmm? Anybody know? The Indians, right? And they run into them, right? And the Indians was mad. They ain't never seen no white people. I mean, if my, history and all this kind of stuff's off, well, just correct it. Don't think that I'm going to get offended, because at this point you can't offend me unless you dog my NASCAR driver, say something about my grandkids or something. Other than that, they ain't nothing you can show me, tell me anything. I seen it all. You feel me? Just correct it and we'll move on. No problem. But anyway, he let people hear this and, hey, I'll be back. However the story went, I don't know. But here's what I do know, is that when you land in Port Olympique in Barcelona, Spain, there's a statue of Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columb. And he's pointing the way you need to go. All right? Now, there's two kinds of Atlantic crossings. East to west, west to east, And the cool thing is to do them both, over there back. New York or wherever they take off from, straight across. I think for my own, I ain't even gonna say that yet, okay? Because I love Cape Hatteras, because of the Hatteras boats. My favorite boats in the world. Big old Hatteras. I mean, the biggest boat you can possibly get. I would think, 72, you know what I'm saying? Tinted windows, rolling through the water. It costs, a gazillion, $9 million. You got staff and the whole deal. Going marlin fishing, kids. That's what I wanted to do when I grew up. That's what I thought I was going to do. Really did. And, movie producer and some other things. But as I said earlier, I was deterred from that. And somehow I've lost my way. And I lost my way. And some of it was a good way that I went, and some of it was a bad way that I went. I just had lost my direction somewhere. I asked the North if he thought he could help me find my way. I asked the South, the same question. And none of them could help me find my way. Nor the East. They didn't help me. Nor the West. He didn't help me. The only person that can help you find your way is you. You can't buy it. You don't carry it in your pocket. You wake up one day and you say, that's what you want me to do? Let me get my shoes on. There's gonna be a lot of prep for this. And do you know that Numbskull ain't never sailed a foot in his life? Yeah, I know. For pity's sake. Now we're all right there. And I said I was going to do it for me. Everybody that's sitting there, but wasn't really going to do it for me. I mean, I do it for us. I want to do it for all the people in our lives that we've lost. I want their names on the boat. The kids from the town that I grew up in, and their moms and dads, and stuff that was in my grade, or anybody. I'm not trying to pin it down, but these are the people that I know. These are the people that I was thinking of. I mean, and if somebody comes out of the woodwork and says this so and so happened to my kid or whatever it might be, you know, I want their name on a boat, a little sticker, you know, their race car driver name, you know, like you put over your window. But before I put all those stickers on, my friends, I would like to have Wolfgang Van Halen's permission to paint the entire boat like the Frankenstrat. And I want to sail across the Atlantic Ocean by myself, never sailing a single foot before I leave the dock. I don't care if it's a book for dummies or whatever it might be laying there. I'll have someone on the radio, headset, there's Bluetooth and all kinds of stuff, you know. It ain't $14.92 no more, because I couldn't do this alone. There's no way I could sit and plan this out by myself. There's no way. I don't have that confidence in myself. But if I got two of the best sailors drawing all the whatevers out and doing what they're doing, and you got to learn how to do this, and this is what happens when you do this, and you got to pull this string and here and here and blah. It's not that hard. It can't be. And I'm going to tell you, if I can't learn it, I need to drown out there, because that's how stupid I am. I ain't that stupid. Okay? I'm not. I guarantee I'll figure it out. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about, you know, is a bit of the common sense and weather and, you know, I mean, things like that. Ain't like I need a bunch of gas, because you ain't gonna need that. Maybe a little. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some little bitty islands sprinkled out in there somewhere, and, you know, that's what them dudes are for. Just tell me where it is I'm headed, and if I stop, take a breath, or this, that, and the other, or if I want to stop or not. I don't really think I have to. And I don't think I want to. I don't want to see anybody from the time I leave the United States of America till the time I enter the Spanish waters, or, you know, whatever's over there, however that works. You know, pull into Port of Olympia way, but like Gump, like I said. My wife standing there on the dock. What has this fool done now? It's just got to be done. I mean, so I want to paint the boat, the whole thing, an Irwin 30 foot. I don't have that yet. Okay? I don't have that boat. I don't have any boat. But I'm going to figure out how to get all of it. And I'm going to figure it out if I got to put it up on blocks and I got to tape it off myself. And if you don't think I'll be proud to paint out up like that, but I'd like Wolfgang's permission first, and Valerie, or whomever, Alex, I'd like to have that blessing for Ed, you know, for sobriety, for all these kids that people tell them you can't do it, and for the ones that we've lost in accidents and other things. Because somebody told, you know, because I can't do it without you guys. I can't go out there by myself. I can't. But if you're there, I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to do it. You know? I don't want no money. I don't want no money. You know? Anything. If you're giving money, give it to a charity. Something to that effect. Whatever it might be. You know? I'm not just saying about money. I'm just saying about none of that. You know? I'm doing my own deal. I'm buying my own boat. I'm doing my own thing. You know? But I do need a team. You know, I need a camera person. I need somebody that knows what they're doing. Somebody can come in and start doing these videos, you know, and start doing this right. I do want to film it because I guarantee I'm going to have a lot to say to myself. Whether I release it or not afterwards, you know, I don't know. I don't see why I wouldn't, but I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what's going to happen. I want it for my grandkids. What did your papa do? He was just an idiot. What did your papa do? I certainly don't want him to say that, but that's where it's at right now. When my papa got up and he sailed across the Atlantic Ocean by himself and learned how to sail on the way out of the harbor. I don't want them to grow up and be like me, you know? That's who they look at. That's who they emulate, is the adults, right? Am I an adult? Most likely in age and gene and all that. Anybody that knows me, they ain't an adult bone in my body, kids. I didn't even get born with none of them, okay? I think I'm an idiot. But you know what? I have fun. I have fun with myself. Everybody's like, aren't you, you know, lonely and bored? No, I'm not. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I was. But not, you know, like, I was just stopped for a minute because I don't know which direction to go. And, you know, it ain't all, you know, Christian revelry and all that kind of thing. So don't think it's like that. I just came up with the plan that, hey, bub, I got an idea how to fix you. How's that? Well, let's sail across the ocean in an Eddie Van Halen freaking sailboat with everybody's names on it and tell all these people that, hey, everybody's sitting around, got their heads down, ain't got nothing to do. I got something to do. Get on this, let's go. Now, you people that go to amusement, don't even start. You people that go to amusement parks and stuff and get on them roller coasters and all that, I don't ride that stuff. I'm not doing it. I don't even go to the parks because somebody will talk me into getting on one of them. I'm not doing it. I rode 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like it. I never have. It ain't gonna get no better. And we're talking about a 30-foot total fiberglass sailing boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean where there's, you know, it might be nothing. Waves. It might be 3 foot. It might be just beautiful. My gosh, how far are we offshore? Way out here. Can you believe it's like this out this far? Never in my life. Well, I have. I have in my life been out there terrified in a Navy ship. I had no idea. Well, we just was going when we were going. And you just dealt with whatever you were handed. I don't plan on doing it like that. Okay? Now there's smart people that can look at the weather and can do this and this and that and the other. And I need a, you know, what, 30, let's just say 33 because I'm slow, 33-day window, you know, in the year. 33-day window is all I need. I don't care if it's, you know, I don't know how cold it gets in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know. That's why I need smart people. You know, I don't have time to figure all that out. I got to go over here and handle all this other business. You know, try to get all this stuff with my wife taken care of and all the other things. I don't have time to sit around and do calculations, and I don't have time for that. I can't figure that out. But if you come to me and says, hey, we've already got it figured out, this is what's happening, so-and-so, you know, June 6th, okay, shit, here we go. That's what he said we're doing, because he's way smarter than me. And that person says, you know, they're buying X amount of food, and this is what it's going to be like, and it's, you know, I mean, MREs or whatever the good stuff is now to take that don't get wet. You know, and you could take the little gas thing and, you know, cook you something to eat, you know. And oh my goodness, what a wonderful stroganoff. Why can't I do that? Why can't I? That roller coaster is just as dangerous, kids. Just as dangerous. Going to work on 70 every day, whatever road you guys drive on now, everybody's went all over the place now, so everybody knows 74, 65. That's dangerous. The world's dangerous. The ocean's dangerous. Well, you're putting yourself in a position you shouldn't be in. Well, you know what? I was in a position that I shouldn't be in a long time ago. This one just so happens to be with my friends here on my boat. And my friends in my headphone. And my friends I know back on shore rooting for me to make it. Or if you got 600 on the nil, Holmes, I hope you get to 1250. But I can guarantee you right now, it ain't going to be because I give up. It ain't going to be because of that. It's going to be, Kraken comes up out of the middle of the ocean and this, that, and the other. Well, then God already knew that was going to happen to me. Right? Because who put the Kraken in the same spot as me at the same time? The McCracken done ate the McCorkle. Whatever. That's a bet. That's probably a bet. A 1 in however many bazillion, gazillion chances. Somebody will bet on that. Or the squid or whatever. I mean, because I don't know what's out there. But I got faith that my mama and Jesus is going to be with me. I'm not going to be alone with my friends' names on the boat. And I'm doing this for all of us. It ain't for recognition. It ain't for none of that. It's just to show you that you can do it. And I'm just filling in the blanks of why I'm doing it. That's all. Should have done this a long time ago. I should have did this a long time ago. I really should have. But we can't go backwards. So I'm going to do it now. Well, there's many younger men that's done it. Guess what? Papaw's going to do it now. Okay? Papaw's going to do it. Now, am I going to beat, what's his name's record, 28, kilometers an hour average? I'm not even sure how that's fast in the wind. I mean, we're talking about, 4 to 10 kilometers. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Or maybe heeled over, looks like you're hauling ass, but you go on 10 miles an hour. Okay? That's it. 15. You're looking. If it's 20 in one of them, it's too windy. You got too many sails up. Because I don't know what to do with all that. This dude's genius professional, hanging over the side and all this kind of stuff, doing 28 miles an hour on an average all the way over there. That's the record. And guess what? I started looking it up. Ain't no Americans did that. No Americans have went over there 28 miles an hour. All French people. I don't know their names, and, I'm not going to try to just butcher the daylights out of it. But no Americans that did that. And I thought to myself, well, hell, why not just break the record too? Well, because first of all, you don't even know what you're doing. That's why they're on it. Be like me saying, well, I can race Jeff Gordon the blah. No, you can't. Okay? You be the first one that they're coming and, chopping out of the car with the, jaws alive. Looking for your false teeth. Well, you didn't have them when you got in there. That's how dung you are, ding. That's not a good idea. Okay? But just doing it can be done. That can be done. And the twist is, My hands don't work. I can't swim. I've never sailed. Ever. I I don't know what else to say. So anyway, yeah, I do know what else to say. I need a team. I need a manager. I need a finance person. I got two navigators. I I really, the navigators are generally, you know, good rigging mechanics and all that kind of thing. But, maybe a rigging mechanic. I need a camera person because I do want to film it, as I said before. I need, honestly, a nurse probably because my health is not great. But I can tell you now, they've told me to take all this medication for a year and a half and stuff, and psst, I can't do it. Okay, you're not gonna die. Trust me, it didn't kill me. They said it would, but it didn't. And I don't think I'm gonna start tomorrow because I just don't think it's a good idea. This is your body. It's your body. You do what you want. The doctor, you hired them. You understand? You don't have to do what they tell you. They're not maybe always right. And then, some doctors, leave the tweezers in people and all that kind of thing. They're not geniuses all the time. They're not perfect. They don't know everything. Okay? The only person, you. I mean, back in the day, you fell down. Hey, half pint, run, get Doc Baker. Get down there and, Doc Baker somewhere else. Or whatever. Be back in, 2 hours. Come back and Paul's still laying on the floor. Ain't dead. That's good. Give him some laudanum. Lay him up, put some cotton balls in his ears or whatever it might be. Man, have all these, pills for everything in the world and all this kind of stuff. And, oh wait, big pharma. Don't even get me started on that. I'm gonna save that for the trip over there because I got lots to say about this and that and the other. I mean, thank God my wife went over to Spain and got, a heart finally. Because that, God bless Spain. Viva la España. Okay? Seriously. They immediately, my friends, jumped on her and said, oh, well, hey, this is like this. Oh my God, really? That's the story? That's terrible. Sit down here. I mean, service with a smile. Come pick her up in an ambulance and ask her if she's got to stop and use the bathroom on the way to the hospital. Just as a courtesy ride. Not an emergency ride. Just, hey, we'll come get you in the ambulance and bring you there in, comfort. Because we know that, she's got equipment and things, it was, how you going to get there? What are you going to do? Okay? It is what it is, Manager. I need a personal manager. I got two navigators. I need a finance person. I need a camera operator, camera person. Not to go with me, but to film everything that gets ready to go, this, that, and the other. When I leave the dock, kids, it's me. Okay? I don't know how to, we need to set that up so there's solar panels and battery chargers and stuff that just isn't going to fail. Because I can tell you this, in 1492, they didn't have no electricity. There wasn't no weather radar. There wasn't beacons, and you go, it's over, or you figured out how to fix it. What's the difference between me and Christopher Columbus? Or any of his crew or whatever. You don't think they was freaking scared? Going out in the middle of the ocean. Here we go. Where you going? Don't know. How deep is it? No clue. What's in here? I have not the plainest. there's only, I mean, what, you don't like the sailboat idea? I get on 2 logs. What? Well, I don't care. I'm going. I got an idea how I want it to go. And how I want to do it. And I need people to help me organize that, you know? I mean, there'll be a bit of expense, you know, but it's not going to be nothing. Like I said, I don't need nothing I'm not asking for nothing from nobody. This ain't about money. This ain't about television. I don't even really want to tell nobody when I'm leaving, but I don't think I can figure out how to hide that around here. It's just not. You paint a boat, looks like, you know, the Van Halen guitar, they're just going to bring somebody over there. So I ain't figured out how to do that yet without just drawing a bunch of attention. You know, not that I'm trying to get in trouble or anything, but I ain't trying to get a bunch of media hype and all that. I ain't what I'm doing. Okay? So, you know, anybody wants to be involved or know anybody that, you know, first of all, I need a manager now. I need the not the business manager. I need a personal manager now. You know, that can help me figure this out and to sit here and, you know, I got other things that need to get in order here. You know, before I can, you know, got to get passport and all those kind of things. There's stuff blocking that, blah, 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 blah. You know, I can list them off in my head, but I couldn't tell you how to fix it all real quick. Like, you know, a lot of it takes, you know, time. So that's why I'm thinking, you know, year, 6 months to a year, take to plan this. You know, we'll make some videos, get the boat, you know, get a slip. I don't know where I'm leaving from. Really don't. You know, get all this FEMA stuff under control down here. And, you know, I may just, like I said, head up to Cape Hatteras and just shoot off across there. I don't know. There's, you know, a rule of thumb or something to that effect. You know, like, what is the way the Statue of Liberty is pointing? And I'm not so sure that Christopher Columbus in that port isn't pointing. I think he's pointing at the Statue of Liberty. Now, don't hold me on that, but that just seems logical in my mind for some reason. I don't know why. But so, you know, I'd like to hear from maybe somebody that's done this before. You know, oh, well, you can't do it if you've never sailed. Well, why can't I? Give me the reasons, and I'll make sure those reasons don't affect us. Okay? But I ain't selling 1 foot until I get in the boat and you ready to go. Here we go. Guess so. See y'all when I get back. Which I won't be selling back. Not on this boat. Okay? I'll fly back. Or, you know, Elon, if you're watching, I'd take a rocket back. Why not? So anyway, anybody got anything to say? Whatever, leave it down there. Like, subscribe. Guess you're supposed to say all that stuff. I don't care for it, but don't have anybody else to help me out, so what are you supposed to do? It's like a big weight's lifted off my chest because I finally figured out what to do. And it's going to do some other stuff. It's going to fix other things. Not only figured out, you know, how to get to my wife, but how to get there as me. When I get off of that boat onto that dock that I met her on in 1986, or I believe it was just a shade before that, when we were 17 years old. I'll be the untainted version of me. And that's all I can give her. I don't want my baggage over there. I don't want my baggage no more. And man, if you can see yourself doing something and you picture it in your mind and you start seeing the steps and you start seeing what it takes to do that and what it takes to get there, that's how you end up with confidence in yourself. Because you know that's going to work. Later, y'all. I don't think I could bring, the whole world back together. But what I can do, is I can bring our little town back together. We all don't live there anymore. And, and it's just, but I can bring our town back together. For the Emersons. For the Lytles. Tommy Smith, Lytle, Smith. I forget. For Tina and Tommy. Scott and Susie. Our friends are hurting. Okay? Our friends are hurting. And nobody told us it was going to be like this. Nobody prepared you for any of this. Nobody told you how to deal with that kind of stuff, man. And that stuff's breaking my heart. Those are my friends. Man, what do you even say, to Michelle and, these are friends, prayers. I'll take our prayers out there in the middle of the ocean and I'll read them to God. And this ain't no, psycho religious thing. It's not that, man. It's just this, as simple as it is, as simple as I'm saying it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do this, and there's gonna be moments, I'm sure. And there's going to be beautiful moments. He's still there either way, right? He's still there either way. And I'm going to tell God, please accept, these burdens from these people. I know you heard their prayers. But in my heart, I want you to take these burdens. Please, Lord. Ain't that praying for people? Don't people do it their own way? Holding snakes, doing all kinds of other crazy things? Or whatever? There ain't no right way. With the world just being torn apart, how it is, this is the line in the movie that just will not get out of my head. I just want to try to put a little bit back together. And I feel that. I feel it. And if you all got a prayer that you want to write on a card or anything you think will help you, send it with me. Send your burdens with me. Because I'm about to help them try to fix this. Okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love all you guys, We don't talk and stuff, and this and that. Everybody's got their own lives.
But I do. I love all of you guys, man. It breaks my heart. And then there's other things that happen, to other people. It just makes me happy as I can be. But we're not made to carry all these burdens by ourselves. Okay? We're not made to do that. And I've had what I've got by myself for a long time. But I guarantee you, if I'm walking out of a burning house and I got a German Shepherd and somebody else, and there's somebody laying there, I bet you I try to grab them with my teeth or do whatever I can. Anybody that knows me and, that attitude, I bet I try. I might give up on a lot of things. But this is something I ain't giving up on. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for my dad. I'm doing it for my mom. I'm doing it for Harold Edward Sears. And the treatment you didn't deserve at the nursing home. Anybody else's parents didn't deserve, terrible, whacked out, COVID, ignorant, stupid, rule. You see, I want to stop talking about this. I want to stop thinking about it. I got to take it out there, and I got to give it to somebody else. And if you got stuff you need to give somebody else, give it to me, and I'll take it out there for you. And I'll film when I got it out there, and I film when I give it away. And you can look at that, and you can decide what you want to do with it. I will not say a thing, nothing, anything that's private. You want to turn it loose and let me publish it and this, that, and the other, and we put it in a good way, and, it flows with what it might be, then that's how that'll be. But nothing will be released without you saying everything's fine. It ain't going to be like that. And if I end up with 500,000 of them, I'll stop in the middle of the ocean, and I'll say 500,000 of them. I promise you. I promise you. That's how it's going to be. And when I make it, I made it for all of us. I made it because they told us we couldn't do it. I made it because I was told I ain't gonna do nothing ever. I didn't become a professional baseball player. I didn't become anything anybody expected me to be. I didn't know what I wanted to be. Never did. And one day I thought to myself, well, I thought you were going to grow up and be a what? You never did choose nothing. Well, you're a wonderful carpenter. No, you're not. Shut up. You're an idiot. Everything you do is just fucked up. Okay? I mean, does the wood look nice and all that kind of thing? Yeah. But how's your mind? It's terrible. There's no peace and tranquility in none of that work. And that ain't it. You can't live like that. You can't live like that. Okay? You ain't impressing nobody. But anyway, so that's my thought. And there anything else? I'll sing songs out there. Anything, I'm taking a guitar. Okay? Because I do have songs. I got about 35 songs. And I ain't playing it to the world. We ain't on TV. It ain't going to be like that. This is just for me. Ain't nobody cares. Ain't nobody called. There's nobody helping me. Do you understand? And I just need these other people because I don't think I can do this by myself. But the closer it gets to the time that I want to do it, if there ain't nobody stepped up and said anything and nothing's happened and, this, that, and the other, well, I guess I'll have to be everybody. And I'll do it. I'll do it myself. And I'll get out there and say what I want to say. I will say this. I really would like to. I don't care if you just send me an email and that's all I get that says, yes, it's okay for you to paint your boat like the Frankenstrat, and I would be proud to, have that happen. Would you mind to say this? I absolutely will. And don't tell nobody. And I will not tell a soul that you emailed me. And if, they email me and they say, we'd rather you not do that, then I will not do that. With 100% respect. And I'll paint it like Richard Petty or something. I don't know. Harold Fair. The Bluebird. Right? Why not? Who sells a Harold Fair sailboat across the ocean, That'll be cool. I really don't think I'd ever had the, maybe if I started early or whatever, to tromp a sprint car. I sure would like to do it. I mean, like to have done it. But I'll do this. This is what I'll do. I'll do this. This I will do. Y'all want to come sign the boat? I'd love it. Be great. We're just right over here in St. Petersburg, Florida. And you know which way Spain is, so I'm heading that direction. Okay? That's on the Daytona side. Hell, I might just leave from there right in there somewhere. Why not? Get to the Daytona 500, go watch that, go get in the boat, head out. Where are you going? Spain? Well, hell. This is almost starting to add up. Because, see, that'd make me happy. That'd freaking make me happy. All right? You talking about fixing yourself. Start doing for yourself what you want to do. What'd you do? I went to the Daytona 500, then I went out and got in my boat and sailed to Spain and fixed my ignorance on my own. I hope that it works. I don't think that I'd lie to myself. Okay? I've not done what I told me, but I've never lied to myself. That makes sense? And see, if there's counselors out there and just like, y'all need to go get him. He done off his medication. Kids, it don't help. Okay? It might help some other people, but it ain't helping me. It didn't do nothing to me but just make me somebody else. Okay? I've always knew who I am. And they're talking to me going, boy, I can't see. Would you turn on the windshield wipers? And you turn them on and it don't get unfoggy. We can't keep arguing like this. You know what I'm saying? We all got to get on the same page. And then that's, I feel like, when everything aligns and you're happy. It's when y'all in your head are in the same page. There ain't no, why'd you let them do that to you, or take advantage of you, or as far as business or anything to that effect. I don't know. I just don't want to start no trouble. Bullshit. Who's lying to who? You know, or whatever. I'm not trying to just say it's one thing, because trust me, it's not one thing. That's the thing. It just ain't one bucket I'm going out there and dumping. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of stuff. And as one reflects as they get older, son of a bitch, if I didn't do it all to myself. What was I thinking?